Hey, hi everyone. Very good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
Akash.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So today we are going to discuss about requirement gathering and requirement elicitation. Any question as of now from the previous class? Previously we discussed about the agile methodology and the waterfall methodology.
No, Akash, all good.
Okay. So can anyone help me about the point of software development life cycle? Yes. What is the first point in software development life cycle? Guys,
Requirement gathering.
Planning.
requirement gathering and
It's requirement gathering and
Planning.
second is
Requirement gathering and analysis.
requirement get the very first point is requirement gathering and requirement elicitation. Then the second point is
planning and
Planning,
System designing,
no
planning and
system designing,
analysis.
planning and analysis.
third, third
development,
is design.
The third point is related to
Designing
development,
design, not development designing. Then development
and implementation.
or implementation. Next point,
testing,
Testing.
testing. Next,
deployment,
and next,
Implement,
deployment, sir.
sorry, maintenance.
maintenance. Okay, so these all are the major point in software development life cycle. And yesterday we had a detailed discussion on the models, that how we can implement these points in the software development, or with the help of these kinds of things we can easily develop and deploy the things. Okay, so now today we are going to discuss about the requirement gathering and the requirement elicitation. As I told you that, okay, as a business analyst, this is your first and foremost responsibility to conduct the meetings with the client, to extract the requirement, to extract the pain points from the customer side. Okay, so can anyone tell me what is a requirement? रिक्वायरमेंट क्या होती है?
Needs of the business.
नीड्स ऑफ द बिजनेस, और
Purpose,
पर्पस ऑफ व्हाट?
what the business needs, like problems or goals and those kind of.
ठीक है, ठीक है, और
It's business needs or customer needs.
business needs and customer needs. ठीक है, so when we talk to about the requirement, then it is something like what the business needs from a system या from a process. Basically this is the requirement कि चाहिए क्या. ठीक है, and what is gathering?
Gathering is collection of all the details, which what are the changes required or what we need to build.
So this is requirement, that is business need from a system or a from a process. And when we talk about the gathering, so gathering means to say that simply pick up या फिर picking the requirement that are already lying around. This is the gathering. Okay, and elicitation, anyone knows what is elicitation? देखो, जब आप इंटरव्यू दोगे ना, when you will give the interview in front of interviewer, so interviewer basically ask a question, what is the difference between requirement gathering and the requirement elicitation? Most of the business analysts don't know what is the difference between this requirement gathering and the requirement elicitation. ठीक है, so requirement gathering is basically a big umbrella, and when we talk to about the requirement elicitation ना, so requirement elicitation, that means to say that कि bringing out the real needs by asking, by observing, by validating, or uh, throw the question from the business analyst to the main stakeholders, that is known as the elicitation part. This is, for example, कि if you guys want a burger from the kitchen, okay, I want a burger, So burger is just like a requirement gathering. That is a requirement from your side. But when we talked about the elicitation things, तो जहाँ पे वो burger वाला खड़ा होगा, जहाँ पे kitchen होगा, तो kitchen chef will ask a question, what types of ingredients that you want in the burger. So this is known as the elicitation. That simple means to say that कि हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं. What is the meaning of this? Requirement gathering and the elicitation means. समझ में आया? Requirement gathering and elicitation.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
From the client perspective, let's suppose that clients wants a e-commerce website, and we all know that in e-commerce website there is a page, there is a registration page, there is a login page, there is a product listing page. Okay, but client need a login page. So login page क्या हुआ? Login page क्या हुआ यहाँ पे?
The requirement.
The requirement from the client side, but how the login page looks like, what about the inputs in the login page, वो क्या हुआ? That is the
Elicitation. Yeah.
elicitation. And elicitation, that simply means to say that ki asking the right question from the stakeholder side, so that we can implement each and every requirement according to the client side. This is known as the elicitation. And in requirement elicitation, there are number of techniques are available. So in the real world environment, when you do the requirement gathering meetings, or when you do the kick-off meetings in front of the client or in front of the internal stakeholders or external stakeholders, then you as a business analyst use requirement elicitation techniques. Then only and only with the help of requirement elicitation technique you can gather the requirement very easily. Clear? So I hope that the difference is clear, what is requirement gathering and what is requirement elicitation. रिक्वायरमेंट गैदरिंग माने सिंपल सी बात, क्लाइंट को क्या चाहिए, दिस इज रिक्वायरमेंट गैदरिंग. बट वो कैसे चाहिए, कैसे दिखना चाहिए, और वो किस तरीके से बिहेव करेगा, दिस ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ स्टफ अंडर इन रिक्वायरमेंट एलिसिटेशन. एनी क्वेश्चन एज ऑफ नाउ?
Yeah, Akash, what you mentioned below the deployment, can you
It's
let me know
maintenance.
again?
It's maintenance.
Maintenance.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thanks.
Okay. So I hope that each and every one have clear what is the difference between requirement gathering and the requirement elicitation. Okay. Later we will discuss about the requirement elicitation techniques as well. और हम लोग एक example भी देखेंगे कि how the requirement gathering is going with the help of elicitation techniques and all. ठीक है. So requirement gathering and requirement elicitation is clear now. When we talk to you about the types of requirement, because there are number of types of requirements in the projects. Okay. So the very first requirement is business requirement. Business requirement. Second requirement is related to stakeholder requirements. Stakeholder requirement. Third requirement is related to functional requirement. Fourth is related to NFR, non-functional requirement. Okay. So basically these four types of requirements are in the project. और एक और होती है that is related to transition requirements. वो ठीक है, उसको अभी बाद में we will take care about. ठीक है. So as a business analyst क्या समझ में आ रहा है according to the business requirements से? What is business requirements? क्या हो सकती है? कुछ समझ में आ रहा है?
The requirement
Requirement
which
from the
can
end user.
the requirement which can help to increase the business smoothly, and which can help to compete with the competitor and give the best experience to the user of and the customer of the business.
Okay, ठीक है. But in layman term में what is business requirement? With the help of this requirement, what you can do or what you will do, क्या करोगे? बिजनेस रिक्वायरमेंट्स क्या होती है?
Business requirements
It is like
are
Reason for the project.
रीजन फॉर द प्रोजेक्ट. रीजन फॉर द, नो, रीजन फॉर द प्रोजेक्ट नहीं.
Like what
Like
business wants to achieve, its
हाँ,
goals and
correct.
problems.
It's goals. है ना? The business requirement is directly proportional to the goals. What type of specific goals to achieve from the business owners, ठीक है, उसको हम लोग बोलते हैं जनरली बिजनेस रिक्वायरमेंट, या फिर आउटकम्स, या फिर की परफॉर्मेंट इंडिकेटर्स। ठीक है, सो बिजनेस रिक्वायरमेंट सिंपली क्या हो, बिजनेस रिक्वायरमेंट इज रिलेटेड टू गोल्स, आउटकम्स, केपीआईज। ठीक है, उसको हम लोग बिजनेस रिक्वायरमेंट बोलते हैं। एंड स्टेक होल्डर रिक्वायरमेंट is what, first of all tell me how many types of stakeholders are there, कितने टाइप के स्टेक होल्डर्स होते हैं?
Two types.
Correct.
Internal, external.
Internal stakeholders and as well as the external stakeholders. So when we talk to you about the stakeholder requirement, then stakeholder requirement is related to what each stakeholder group needs. ठीक है, क्यों? Because in project, in different project involve different departments. Let's suppose that we are talking about an app, मैं एक ऐप की बात कर रहा हूँ। सो इस ऐप के अंदर, इंक्लूडिंग दिस ऐप, देर इज ए नॉट एनी वन डिपार्टमेंट कंसिस्ट, नंबर ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट कंसिस्ट हो सकते हैं, लाइक फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट, sales department, development department. So that is totally depend upon the project, totally depend upon the project requirement, totally depend upon the project needs, right? Just like in healthcare. Okay, functional requirements already told and already discussed in the previous class. What is functional requirements? Like features, like rules, like flows, means what the system must do. That is the functional requirements. And non-functional requirements related to the
System performance.
system performance, system quality, system speed, system security, uptime, usability, load performance. Okay, so these all are the non-functional requirements. To clear, there are four types of requirements are there: business requirement, stakeholder requirement, functional requirement, and non-functional requirement. So I have a one question. As a business analyst, till now, you know what is the difference between requirement gathering and requirement elicitation, and how many types of requirement are there. My question is that from where business analyst got the requirement? Hmm.
from the client.
No,
From the client and the stakeholders.
no. Initial requirement. Initial. I am talking about the initial requirement. Client तो बाद में आएगा.
It will
Project
it will come
manager.
from the sales team.
Reporting manager.
Okay, let's suppose project manager. Sales teams
Yes.
also.
Yeah, sales team.
BDMs or
Yes.
BD?
BD,
BD,
BDM,
BDMs, CTO,
BDM.
and blah blah. Okay. So from these stakeholder, business analysts will get the requirement. And let's suppose that here is also two scenarios. The first scenario is the requirement is totally technical, and the second scenario is the requirement is non-technical, non-technical. And the meeting is, let's suppose meeting है हम लोगों की, वो meeting है 9 बजे. Today there is a meeting with the client 9 p.m. वो requirement gathering meeting है. The requirement gathering will be on 9 p.m. But right now it's 6. यहाँ पे अभी 6 बजे. And at 6 you will get the requirement from one of the business development executive कि this is the requirement from the client side, and he want a proper discussion and he want a proper meeting with the BA. and the meeting is 9 p.m. मीटिंग कब है? 9 बजे है. तो अभी आपके पास कितना घंटे हैं?
3 hours.
3 hours. 3 hours. ठीक है. अब when you go through the requirement, then you feels that the requirement is more technical. I'm not able to understand the requirement. How can I handle the technical question from the client side? That this is the scenario number first. ठीक है. Scenario number second कैसा है? Scenario number second is related to the requirement is non-technical, no problem for that. Client wants an e-commerce website, or clients want a proper food delivery app, or these kinds of things. So these kinds of things under, let's suppose, non-technical requirement, and the technical requirement is related to the clients wants a proper cryptocurrency app like this blah blah type. So as a business analyst, when you know about the technical things, then you can easily handle the technical question from the client side in the meeting. Okay, but what if you are from non-technical background or you don't have any technical knowledge? Then how you can handle the technical question from the client side? This is the major part. And how you can handle this? Can anyone tell me? These are
First
two
of all,
scenarios.
yeah, first of all, we will give the time slot again to the client and share it with the project manager and schedule another meeting
No, no, no,
with
no.
the
There is a
developer
not
and
any option to schedule or reschedule the meeting. Meeting is 9 p.m. The meeting is totally fixed, and we have only 3 hours, or sometimes we have only 30 minutes in the company. We cannot
we can
able to
add
schedule the
we
meeting.
can add developer at that time.
Correct.
Akash,
Yes.
Uh,
we will
we can
discuss with
add
the manager first, right? He will suggest to whom we should take the guidance, either like project manager, developer, or what.
Okay.
or we can add project manager and also the architect.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Anyone else? Second scenario you can easily handle कि okay the total requirement is the non technical requirement और हाँ ठीक है मैं उसको handle कर लूँगा, no issues for that. ठीक है. बट अगर मीटिंग में और अगर रिक्वायरमेंट टेक्निकल हुई, so the very first part as a business analyst, first of all, you have to send a message into the MS Teams, because already there are number of groups are there in MS Teams. You cannot call direct to project manager, you cannot call direct to developer, you cannot call to anyone else, because in every company there is a hierarchy कि ये है, you can only follow these hierarchy. If there is a requirement or you as a business analyst got the requirement from BDE and you feel that the requirement is totally technical and I need a person who handle the technical requirements or technical question from the client side in the meeting, so this is the checklist. You have to follow this checklist first of all. Okay, so the checklist is related to what? As a business analyst, if you feel that कि I am not able to handle this requirement, I am not able to handle the client questions, I don't know about these kinds of technology and all. So the very first step is to send the message to MS Teams where your reporting manager will be there and the project manager is there. Okay, developer की बात है. You cannot able to go direct with the developer. No, because developers, front end developer, back end developer, and testers are under working the project manager. So your first point of contact to the project manager. Clear?
Okay.
समझ में आया क्या बोला मैंने? दोबारा
Yes.
बोल देता हूँ. Let's conclude my sentence. If the requirement is technical and you feel that I am not able to handle this requirement in the client meeting, then the very first part is to send a proper message to the MS Teams where where your reporting manager and the project manager is there, and the second step is to make a meeting with the project manager or virtually आप कर सकते हो, otherwise board room में जाके डिस्कस करो. ठीक है, सो दैट के क्लाइंट के सामने यू विल मेक द गुड इंप्रेशन. क्लियर? इतनी चीजें क्लियर हुई, बोथ सिनेरियोज आर क्लियर. टेक्निकल में क्या करना है, नॉन टेक्निकल में क्या करना है. ठीक है.
Yes.
ठीक है. अब लेट सपोज दैट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दीज टू सिनेरियोज एज वेल. सो द रिक्वायरमेंट इज नॉन टेक्निकल. ठीक है, तब आप सारी चीजें कर ले रहे हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, मीटिंग एंड हो चुकी है. लेट सपोज अगर टेक्निकल रिक्वायरमेंट है, देन प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर विल कम इन द मीटिंग. Once project manager will come in the meeting, as I told you in the previous class as well, okay, there is a separate line between the management team and between the development team. You cannot disclose any price related things, you cannot disclose any per hour dollar related thing in front of the project manager as well. In the meeting, if the clients wants a proper cost estimation in the meeting, then you as a business analyst, first of all you have to tell to the client or you have to just कट डाउन टू प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर के उनको प्यार से बोलोगे कि प्लीज यू कैन लीव आउट द मीटिंग. ठीक है, और उसके बाद आप ही डिस्कस करोगे ये चीज. दैट इज डिपेंड अपॉन द कंपनी हायरार्की. ठीक है, समझ में आया बोथ चीज.
Yes.
ठीक है. नाउ लेट्स सपोज दैट मीटिंग एट 9 p.m. So before the meeting, after the meeting, and during the meeting, the requirement gathering is divided into three parts according to my experience. The very first part is pre-meeting preparation. Pre-meeting preparation. Okay, during meeting preparation and after meeting preparation. So you as a business analyst, you have a proper idea कि if I have a meeting at 9 p.m. and right now it's 7 or it's 8 and in 6, then what I have to prepare in the pre-meeting. So pre-meeting में आप क्या prepare करोगे? Let's suppose you have a meeting at 9. Then what as a business analyst you want to prepare? Let's suppose क्या prepare करना चाहोगे आप लोग? Yes.
First of all, if I'll check the company website in which segment they are dealing, और ये क्या बनाते हैं, इनके गोल क्या हैं और क्या करते हैं, उसके बारे में जानेंगे, क्लाइंट के बारे में कि क्लाइंट एक्चुअली है क्या और किस बिजनेस में डील करता है। देन आफ्टर उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम सेकंड फेज पे जाएंगे।
Okay, so the very first point is that collects the client information, right?
यस।
Only collect the client information and just go to the meeting, or anything else you want to prepare here.
Yeah, based on the requirement, whatever the company's
Let's
requirement,
suppose
client has.
let's suppose the
We will
requirement is
prepare a
related to
proper
e-commerce
presentation.
project. Let me easy this requirement. The requirement is related to e-commerce project. You know,
So
like
we will decide the what kind of examples at the time of meeting we can show to the clients, so that they can be like they can easily understand what actually we can offer them.
that means to say that you as a business analyst you have to collect the portfolio.
Yes.
Collect the portfolio. Portfolio of what? Portfolio of what your company did in the past as same as from the client requirement. Client wants an e-commerce platform, तो have you done before anything else, या आपकी कंपनी ने कुछ ऐसा करा है? Then show me. तो वो आपके पास होना चाहिए. You have proper portfolios आते हैं, so that you can easily able to see all the portfolios in front of client कि yes sir, we did this or we did this and we did this. Anything else? The very first point is that collect the client information, either from LinkedIn, either from Upwork, either from freelancing platforms, either from BD, whatever the thing. So the very first point in the pre-meeting phase, you have to collect the client information. And trust me, if you just like speak to the client कि yes आप ये करते हो या आप ये करते हो या आपकी साइड मैंने देखी थी, तो यूएस वाले क्लाइंट बड़े खुश होते हैं. ठीक है, बहुत अच्छा इंप्रेशन पड़ता है. एंड द सेकंड पॉइंट इज रिलेटेड टू कलेक्ट पोर्टफोलियोज. कलेक्ट द things or collect the work which already your company done in the past same. ठीक है, so the portfolio is basically related to or same the domain whatever the clients need. If the client need or client wants an e-commerce website from you, तो आप उनको e-commerce का portfolio ही दिखाओगे. If the client needs a cryptocurrency, if the client needs a banking app, so you have to show the banking app portfolio in front of client. समझ में आया?
Yes.
All right. Yes. Anything else? और कुछ जो प्रिपेयर करना चाहोगे आप? हम्म.
Akash, who'll create this portfolio? Will this be with the company itself, or we need to create?
Sometimes you need to create, and sometimes when you join the company, then already company will tell you that कि मिस्टर या मिसेज कि आप भाई इस चीज़ को प्रिपेयर करो बैठ के, कि जो हमने बना रखा है.
Okay.
ठीक है, बट समटाइम्स देर इज अ सिचुएशन ऑल्सो कि लेट सपोज क्लाइंट वांट ए प्रॉपर लाइक इन एक ऐप, बट वी डिडंट डिड इट, कंपनी ने करा ही नहीं है वो. देन हाउ यू कैन कलेक्ट द पोर्टफोलियो? Then in this scenario you have to collect the fake portfolio from the different वेबसाइट्स एंड ऑल, तो वो चीज़ आपको दिखानी पड़ेगी। और ये भी तब है, दिस इज ओनली व्हेन यू फील दैट कि क्लाइंट्स वांट्स ए विजुअलाइजेशन, तब ये चीज़ है। अदरवाइज देयर इज ए नो नीड टू शो कि दिस काइंड्स ऑफ थिंग्स हमने डेवलप करी है, ज़रूरी नहीं है। ठीक है।
ओके। एंड जैसा आपने बोला किक ऑफ मीटिंग, सो आई मीन क्लाइंट्स के साथ और भी मतलब फर्स्ट मीटिंग में ही हम लोग बीआरडीज वगैरह प्रिपेयर करते हैं या फिर और भी मीटिंग्स होता है उसके बाद?
नहीं नहीं, अभी बीआईडी नहीं आएगी, बीआईडी तो अभी बहुत दूर
ओके ओके
है ना। अभी तो बीआईडी बहुत, अभी तो मीटिंग भी नहीं हुई, अभी तो हम लोग प्री मीटिंग की ही बात कर रहे हैं।
ओके।
ठीक है। बिकॉज दिस फेज इज वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट, है ना। प्री मीटिंग फेज इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू मेक ए गुड इम्प्रेशन इन फ्रंट ऑफ क्लाइंट। ठीक है। और यही बिजनेस एनालिस्ट लेफ्ट आउट कर देते हैं, इसको अंडर एस्टिमेट करने लगते हैं कि व्हाट अबाउट द प्रीवियस मीटिंग। सो द थर्ड पॉइंट इज रिलेटेड टू क्वेश्चंस or questionnaires. Okay. So on the basis of client requirement, you have to prepare some questions which you have to throw to the client in the meeting. Okay, let's suppose that you want an e-commerce website. Okay, let's suppose. But what category you want to show on this e-commerce platform, and what kind of payment gateway you want to integrate. So there are number of questions are available. So we can extract these questionnaires with the help of ChatGPT or with the help of different LLM models. You can easily give to the requirement to the ChatGPT and all. ठीक है, और वहां से आपको क्वेश्चंस मिल जाएंगे। क्लियर?
यस आकाश।
ठीक है। सो क्वेश्चनराज इज जस्ट लाइक ए requirement elicitation technique. This is one of the requirement elicitation techniques. So as a business analyst, you have to prepare the questions as well. Okay. If you guys want, can I like show you how you can extract the question from ChatGPT, or you guys know that?
Sure, Akash, show us, please.
ठीक है। So I hope that my screen is visible properly.
Yes.
So the result may be vary because right now I am using ChatGPT 5, that is the premium version. और आप लोग अगर जैसे अगर प्रीमियम यूज करोगे then you will get the same output. Otherwise थोड़ा बहुत differ हो सकता है। तो first of all in ChatGPT there are different kinds of prompts are available. Okay, so you can do Google how many types of prompt. Sachin, can you please mute yourself? Sachin Saman. Okay, all right. So there are different kinds of prompts are available, and you can do Google as well. Okay, how many types of या फिर kinds of prompts are in the Chat GPT or to like LLM models में कितनी सारी चीजें होती हैं, because each and everything is depend upon the prompt style. Whatever you give, then Chat GPT will give you the things. तो द आउटपुट इज टोटली डिपेंडिंग अपॉन योर इनपुट, सिंपल सी बात। सो देर आर नंबर ऑफ प्रॉम्प्ट्स आर अवेलेबल। राइट नाउ आई एम यूजिंग ब्रॉड प्रॉम्प्ट। ठीक है। सो लेट सपोज हे जीपीटी act as a business analyst having more than 10 plus years of experience in the top MNC. Actually, I am facing a problem related to the client requirement, and the requirement is related to the no, and the client requirement is uh, and the client requirement is yeah हम इसको related to the client requirement is related to the e-commerce platform. You want a fashion fashion website where he will sell out the things related to the clothes, let's suppose. ठीक है, ये मैंने इसको लेमन प्रॉम्प्ट दी है। इसमें ग्रामेटिकली मिस्टेक भी है, इसमें स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक भी है, सब कुछ इसके अंदर है। सो दिस इज नोन एज द ब्रॉड प्रॉम्प्ट। ठीक है, अब मैं इसको लेट सपोज शेयर कर देता हूँ। तो इसने मुझे सबसे पहले क्या दिया, अभी मैंने इसको यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं बोला। ठीक है, इन द प्रॉम्प्ट आई नॉट एनी मेंशन रिलेटेड टू क्वेश्चन एराज, कुछ नहीं मैंने मेंशन करा। इसने क्या मुझे बोला कि यू सेड द क्लाइंट वांट ए फैशन ई कॉमर्स प्लेटफॉर्म वेयर दे विल सेल क्लोथ्स। नाउ द प्रॉब्लम इज वेरी ओपन एंडेड, क्योंकि आई गिव द ब्रॉड प्रॉम्प्ट। सो ब्रॉड प्रॉम्प्ट इज रिलेटेड टू द ओपन एंडेड। ठीक है, इफ वी डायरेक्टली जंप इनटू द डेवलपमेंट, द टीम वांट नो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली टू बिल्ड। ये सब हम लोगों को अभी पता है, इसकी जरूरत नहीं है। हम इसको ये बोलते हैं कि आई हैव ए मीटिंग at 9 p.m. today. Can you please give me a questionnaires list so that I will gather perfect pain points and then present in front of development team. So इसने यहाँ पे क्या करा, द रिक्वायरमेंट इज रिलेटेड टू ई कॉमर्स। तो इसने क्या करा, ई कॉमर्स को डिवाइड कर दिया डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज में। द फर्स्ट कैटेगरी इज रिलेटेड टू द बिजनेस विजन एंड गोल्स क्वेश्चंस, सेकंड कैटेगरी इज रिलेटेड टू द प्रोडक्ट कैटलॉग, थर्ड कैटेगरी इज रिलेटेड टू द कस्टमर एक्सपीरियंस, फोर्थ कैटेगरी इज रिलेटेड टू द शॉपिंग कार्ट एंड चेकआउट एंड ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला। ठीक है, सो द वेरी फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज रिलेटेड टू व्हाट इज द मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ दिस वेबसाइट। दिस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन कि करना क्या है आपको। ठीक है, व्हेन यू परफॉर्म द मीटिंग विद द क्लाइंट, देन वेरी फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन आफ्टर द ग्रीटिंग वगैरह आप करोगे, ग्रीटिंग वगैरह करने के बाद द वेरी फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर द बिजनेस एनालिस्ट, राइट, व्हाट इज द मेन गोल ऑफ दिस वेबसाइट, व्हाट इज द मेन गोल ऑफ दिस ऐप, व्हाट इज द मेन गोल ऑफ दिस कस्टम रिक्वायरमेंट। तो ये समझना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द रिक्वायरमेंट एलिसिटेशन टेक्निक दैट इज नोन एज द क्वेश्चनेराज। And with the help of only questionnaires, you will get enough understanding to present the pain point in front of development team or in front of project manager, क्योंकि वो लोग बहुत अच्छे से क्वेश्चन आपसे पूछेंगे फिर। एनी क्वेश्चन एज ऑफ नाउ? ठीक है, सो विद द हेल्प ऑफ चैट जीपीटी यू कैन इजिली एक्सट्रैक्ट द थिंग्स। यू कैन जस्ट गिव द प्रॉपर रिक्वायरमेंट टू द चैट जीपीटी। अभी मैंने जस्ट गिव द ब्रॉड रिक्वायरमेंट कि ओके क्लाइंट नेज दिस ई कॉमर्स फैशन वेबसाइट, दैट्स ओके। ठीक है, सो द सेकंड क्वेश्चन इज रिलेटेड टू हु इज योर टारगेट ऑडियंस। मेन है, वीमेन है, किड्स है, ग्लोबल है, लोकल कस्टमर है, व्हाट। ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन क्यों है, व्हाई दिस क्वेश्चन, कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाई दिस क्वेश्चन?
Because e-commerce deals in many different websites and products. So it depends on that what kind of application they want.
Okay, so how this is related to target audience?
टारगेट ऑडियंस बिकॉज बहुत सारे ब्रांड होते हैं जो केवल बच्चों के ही कपड़े बनाते हैं,
हाँ
बहुत
हाँ,
सारे ब्रांड होते हैं जो केवल वुमेन्स के ही बनाते हैं। तो
Like
इसलिए वो
different
जानना
categories.
चाहता है कि किस कैटेगरी में ये क्लाइंट आपका डील करना चाहता है, तो उसी के अकॉर्डिंग वो रिक्वायरमेंट आगे शो कराएंगे।
okay, great. The third question is related to what's make your business different from competitors. Example, Myntra, Ajio, Flipkart, or Fashion. So let me tell you one thing also. When you will perform the meeting in front of client na, so 99% client already have a competitor. Already have a competitor. अगर आप उनसे पूछोगे कि do you have any competitor in your mind, या do you have any set of competitor websites, तो वो हमेशा एज अ बिजनेस ओनर, इफ यू थिंक एज अ बिजनेस ओनर कि आई नीड दिस वेबसाइट, सो यू ऑलरेडी वांट ए प्रॉपर वेबसाइट अकॉर्डिंग टू द योर कॉम्पिटिटर. आप उससे अलग नहीं चाहोगे, राइट? ये सर नो.
Yes, sir.
Obviously 99%
Yes.
इसमें यही होता है. So if there is a set of competitors links are there, तो हमें वहाँ पे जब when we will get the competitor links, and then when we will get the website from the client side कि okay these are the competitors, then वो चीज़ हमें डिजाइनिंग के फेस में this is very easy to create the wireframes and create the prototypes and all. तो वहाँ हमें ज़्यादा दिमाग मारना नहीं पड़ेगा. ठीक है. So this third point is related to what makes your business different from the competitors. So that means to say that here, as a business analyst, asking about the USP, unique selling point. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Next question is related to, do you plan to sell only your own product or allow other sellers to list items? That is related to the affiliate things also. ठीक है. So ये बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस हैं. You can easily extract the number of questions over here, and you can just throw out in the meeting to the clients to extract the pain points easily, so that you can easily present the things in front of developers, in front of project managers. तो यहाँ पे सब चीज़ है. ठीक है. नॉन फंक्शनल रिक्वायरमेंट्स लाइक डू यू नीड ए मोबाइल ऐप. ठीक है. व्हाट इज द एक्सपेक्टेड ट्रैफिक लोड. डू यू नीड ए मल्टी लैंग्वेज या फिर मल्टी करेंसी सपोर्ट. समझ में आया सब लोगों की क्या था. यस और नो.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
ठीक है. Great. Let's move towards the notepad. Okay. So these are the three major points which you have to prepare before the meeting. The very first point is collect the client information. Second, collect the portfolios, what your company did in the past, the same work. And the third is related to the questionnaires. Okay. So this is the pre-face meeting part. I hope that इतनी चीज़ें क्लियर हो गई होंगी. Moving forward to the next part, once these all are completed, then moving forward to, let's suppose अभी 9 बज गए. 9 बज गए ना, and you have a meeting, client के साथ meeting है. अब क्या करोगे आप? What will be your first step? Let me connect the charger. Yes guys, थोड़ा सोचो. बोलो भाई.
Log into the meeting,
ठीक है. Logging to the meeting.
greet to the
Greetings.
client,
ठीक है. First of all, greeting to the client.
inform about your company,
ठीक है. Great.
your organization. Then
ठीक है.
after, client will inform about their organization, and they will greet us or whatever they want. They just inform and show us the problem, what they exactly facing at the moment, and what exactly they want to be from your end. So they will give the kind of little bit requirement exactly. They will show you their goal, what they exactly want, and how can, as a business analyst, we can help
Okay. All
to
right.
fulfill, to make that bridge.
ठीक है. Great.
Yes.
अच्छा, I have a one question. How the client vision is more important to a business analyst? Is there or not? Is this
Yes, it
vision
is.
is important to a BA or not?
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
Yes,
obviously.
it is. It is.
Yes, yes, it is important.
ठीक है. So
Because
in
of
the
their vision, we can build what is needed.
correct, what is needed. ठीक है. So in the meeting, when जब 9 बजेंगे, the very first step is to the introduction and the objective setting. Objective setting, that means to say that कि let's suppose I am a BA and you are the client. So always and always BA lead the meeting. हमेशा बीए मीटिंग को लीड करेगा. या उस if there is a internal स्टेक होल्डर्स आर देयर इन द मीटिंग, जस्ट लाइक सीटीओ हो गया, सीईओ हो गया, या फिर पीएम हो गया, the leader of that meeting is BA, और BA ही उसको start करेगा. So just like anything, good morning, good evening, Palana, this type of things are there. Okay, before we start, could you please share your vision for this e-commerce platform, or what do you want to achieve from it? This is the major two question that you as a business analyst ask from the client side. The very first point is the vision of the e-commerce platform, vision of the Android app, vision of the iOS app, vision of the custom requirement from the client side, that you as a business analyst always and always in very first part ask the vision. ठीक है, दिस इज द वेरी फर्स्ट पॉइंट. सबसे पहले आप विजन पूछोगे, देन उसके बाद व्हाट डू यू वांट टू अचीव फ्रॉम इट, क्या अचीव करना चाह रहे हो आप. ठीक है, देन उसके बाद आपको क्लाइंट बताएगा लाइक दिस काइंड्स ऑफ थिंग, आई वांट टू लाइक लॉन्च ए, या फिर एन ई कॉमर्स स्टोर वेयर कस्टमर कैन ब्राउज प्रोडक्ट. ऑलरेडी ई कॉमर्स पे कस्टमर यही करेगा आके, ब्राउज प्रोडक्ट, ऐड देम टू ए कार्ड एंड मेक पेमेंट ऑनलाइन. ठीक है, तो ये सारी चीज़ें होंगी. सो दिस इज द वेरी फर्स्ट पॉइंट. द फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज रिलेटेड टू इंट्रोडक्शन एंड ऑब्जेक्टिव सेटिंग्स. ऑब्जेक्टिव सेटिंग्स, हम लोग ऑब्जेक्टिव सेटिंग क्यों कर रहे हैं? Why we do this objective setting in the initial phase of the meeting?
We set up the objectives of the meeting so that we can cover those objects and the things in the meeting. So we pre-plan the things what we have to
In a simple
achieve.
way, we will stay on our focus
Correct.
Yeah,
or
To
so
goal.
that
make the
we do not go off track or somewhere else in the picture, right?
to make the smooth planning to get
To make the
on the goal.
to make the smooth
Smooth planning.
planning,
Planning,
not planning.
yes.
To make
It's
the smooth
just
gathering.
it's just a MOM before the meeting, like that we can consider,
Correct,
like
correct,
what
correct.
we, yeah.
Okay. So if we are going to
Yes.
ask these kinds of question related to objective setting, that means to say that कि हम लोग वहाँ stabilized हो रहे हैं, है ना? So this is the things. Now moving forward, the step number 2, that is related to understanding users and stakeholders. अच्छा, आई हैव ए वन क्वेश्चन कि जो रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं, द रिक्वायरमेंट इज रिलेटेड टू स्टेक होल्डर्स और द रिक्वायरमेंट इज रिलेटेड टू यूजर्स.
Requirements would be related to the users because stakeholder
User.
must be building something for the user, not for themselves, because
करेक्ट,
goal is broader.
करेक्ट, 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 करेक्ट. ठीक है, सो ऑलवेज एंड ऑलवेज एज ए बिजनेस एनालिस्ट यू हैव टू थिंक each and every sentence from the client side according to the user perspective, क्योंकि यूजर पर्सपेक्टिव से ही हमें सारी चीजें सोचनी है. सो द स्टेप नंबर 2 इज रिलेटेड टू अंडरस्टैंड द यूजर्स एंड अंडरस्टैंड द स्टेक होल्डर्स एज वेल. ठीक है, सो यूजर मीन्स टू से दैट
Actor, like who will be the end consumer of the product what we are building.
who will be the main user of this platform. ठीक है, लेट्स सपोज दैट कि मेरे पास ब्लिंकिट है. कैन एनीवन टेल मी हाउ मेनी यूजर्स आर देयर इन ब्लिंकिट? कितने यूजर्स हैं?
It's about a million, more than a million.
कौन कौन है?
You are asking about the users or
Admin,
like
admin is a user,
ad,
like
आई एम
admin?
आस्किंग
Yeah,
अबाउट द एंड
admin.
customer.
यूजर्स. कौन कौन इस ब्लिंकिट को यूज कर रहा होगा, लाइक बिजनेस
dark
ड्राइवर्स?
dark store manager
हाँ.
or owner.
Delivery partners,
Yeah,
Delivery partners, payment partners,
payment
logistic
partner.
partners, customers, admin, and a Blinkit captain. So there are number of business
Yeah,
drivers are there. जैसे for example, कि in e-commerce, the users or the end users or the business drivers is just related to कि एक admin panel होगा, एक user होगा, then retail customers is also there, wholesale buyers is also there. ठीक है, सो दैट मीन्स टू से दैट के यूजर के रोल्स कौन कौन से होंगे, हाउ मेनी काइंड्स ऑफ यूजर्स रोल्स आते हैं. सो यू एज अ बिजनेस एनालिस्ट यू हैव टू आस्क द क्वेश्चन इन फ्रंट ऑफ क्लाइंट कि हु विल बी द मेन यूजर ऑफ दिस प्लेटफॉर्म. तो समटाइम्स दो ही होते हैं, एडमिन and the customer. Sometimes more than two, sometimes depend करता है, that is depending upon the client requirement. So here in step number 2, understanding user and understanding stakeholders, that means to say that okay, as a BA, you have to ask a question who will be the main user of these platforms. Then you will get the answer from the client side. Okay, retail customers is also there, ठीक है, और wholesaler also there. तो वो depend करता है, ठीक है. Point number 3 is related to the very important point, that is FR. FR. FR is functional
Functional
requirement.
requirement.
What the system must do. This is the major thing. ये तो ठीक है, ये तो ठीक हो गया, no problem. But FR, and on the behalf of these FRs, you will create the scope document. ठीक है, स्कोप डॉक्यूमेंट फंक्शनल रिक्वायरमेंट डॉक्यूमेंट पे ही बनेगा, ध्यान रखना. कॉस्ट एस्टिमेशन जो होगा वो सारी चीजें इसी पे होंगे, होने वाली है. सो एज ए बीए, the very third point is related to the function.
Scope document means BRD.
स्कोप डॉक्यूमेंट अलग होता है, बीआरडी अलग होता है. बिजनेस रिक्वायरमेंट
Okay.
डॉक्यूमेंट इज डिफरेंट, स्कोप ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट इज डिफरेंट. समटाइम्स एसओडब्ल्यू भी हम लोग बोलते हैं, स्टेटमेंट ऑफ वर्क भी बोलते हैं. पढ़ेंगे जब हम लोग डॉक्यूमेंटेशन करेंगे. ठीक है. सो हेयर पॉइंट नंबर 3, एज अ बिजनेस एनालिस्ट, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द की फीचर्स यू एज ए क्लाइंट वांट. फॉर एग्जांपल प्रोडक्ट कैटलॉग, फॉर एग्जांपल ऐड टू कार्ट, फॉर एग्जांपल लॉग इन, रजिस्टर, पेमेंट, ठीक है, और सर्च एंड फिल्टर प्रोडक्ट, पे ऑनलाइन वाया कार्ड्स, यूपीआई, पेपल, स्ट्राइप, ठीक है, ट्रैक देयर ऑर्डर्स, ट्रैकिंग, जो भी कुछ भी होगा वो हम लोग लिखेंगे. ठीक है. एंड अलोंग विद दैट, व्हेन द मीटिंग इज गोइंग ऑन, तब तो आप उसको रिकॉर्ड करो. यू हैव टू रिकॉर्ड द मीटिंग बिकॉज यू हैव टू सेंड दिस मीटिंग टू योर आरएम और टू द प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर्स. और आफ्टर द मीटिंग इज ओवर, देन you as a business analyst understand from the client side what client told in the meeting. Sometimes कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है, sometimes there is a gap. ठीक है. सो रिकॉर्डिंग रखनी है, ऑलवेज एंड ऑलवेज रिकॉर्ड ईच एंड एवरी मीटिंग so that you have a backlog. ठीक है. So on the behalf of this functional requirement, you can easily able to create all the documents. The point number 4 is related to the NFR. NFR is non-functional requirement. Non-functional requirement is related to how the system should perform. How the system should perform, कैसे करेगा. ठीक है. So यहाँ पे as a business analyst, you have to ask from the client side ki, like, do you have any expectation around website speed or the website availability or the website security or these kinds of stuff. जैसे for example कि I have a URL abc.com. I already discussed this thing yesterday, abc.com. So when I type abc.com in the Google search and hit enter, so how soon the website will open? That is the website speed. And when we talk to about the availability, then availability means to say that क्या होता है, what is the availability? If I say कि 100% availability is there, then what means, क्या मतलब?
Available to everyone. Available to
नहीं,
everyone.
available to everyone नहीं होगा.
Availability of what?
Available
Like
24/7.
Available to
24/7.
correct
It should be available.
24/7, 24/7. ठीक है. Sometimes you will get the message from the banking side कि maintenance is going on. That means to say that server down है, website down है, you cannot able to do the transactions. Same as it is in the e-commerce website. Some कभी कभी you will see the 404 error, है ना. So this is the NFR. Point number next is related to integrations. Integrations. Integration means, anyone tell me? Integration.
Integration, like uh,
is it integration or another thing?
Integration.
You are creating some relation between two applications in a simple.
Relation between two application. For
Yes,
example,
two platform, or you can say.
for
Like
example,
payment integration in a
हाँ
e-com
correct, पेमेंट
platform.
इंटीग्रेशन. ठीक है. So as a BA, you have to ask a question: do you want any integration with the third-party tools like inventory management, shipping, or any CRM that already discussed in the previous class like Salesforce, है ना? So यहाँ पे integrations भी है. So अगर client को लगता है कि yes I need integration with the courier services for tracking or for the payment partners and all, तो वो आप लिखोगे.
Yeah, like Google Maps
हाँ,
integration.
Google Map integration for tracking the orders, for tracking the captain.
Need SSO login integration.
And SSL login correct. And how this integration will take place with the help of what?
APIs, I
With
guess.
the help of API, application programming interface.
Interface.
Okay. So we will discuss later about the API. Okay. Point number 6 is related to budget and timeline. Okay. You as a business analyst, you have to ask the budget or expected launch time from the client side. ठीक है. देन ये सारी की सारी चीज़ें इन द मीटिंग यू हैव टू डिस्कस. समझ में आया? द सेकेंड पॉइंट इज रिलेटेड टू द ड्यूरिंग मीटिंग. हम लोग ड्यूरिंग मीटिंग में व्हाट वी विल डू at the end of the meeting. At the end of the meeting, client wants a proper document, or clients wants a proper timeline document or cost estimation things, or the scope document. So you as a business analyst, after this meeting you have to create or prepare the document. Let's suppose that okay, the meeting is end at 9:30, 9:30 p.m. The duration of the meeting is 30 minutes. Okay. Now move towards the post meeting preparation. Okay. Post meeting preparation. So the post meeting preparation is related to, first of all, as a business analyst, you have to send the minutes of meeting to your RM. कि मीटिंग में हुआ क्या. This is the first step.
MOM.
MOM, minutes of meeting, and there is a proper format, or maybe not. This is depend upon the company culture. If the company have a proper MOM format, then you as a business analyst fill each and everything and then send it to the your RM. Or if there is a not any format, if the culture is related to the MS team, then you as a business analyst send these MOM points to the MS teams with your RM. So that is depend. So Google Pay, there are number of formats are available of MOM. You can easily pick any of them. ऐसा कोई standard कुछ नहीं है. ठीक है. So the very first point is MOM. Second, related to what already told in the previous classes. क्या होगा second point? बताओ भाई. What will be the second point after the meeting?
Documentation.
Hmm?
Documentation.
No, not documentation. It's feasibility analysis. Feasibility analysis of what? Feasibility analysis of the requirement with the project manager, with the chief technology officer. Are we able to build this requirement or not? If yes, then we will move towards the documentation. If no, then we will prepare the email and send it to the client. Okay. So if feasibility analysis is positive, we have a resources, we have a free resources as well. Okay. And we are able to develop and deploy this requirement to the client over step, then okay, that is great thing. The point number 3 is related to prepare the document, that is request for proposal document. Okay. So in request for proposal document, you have to mention each and everything related to the functional requirement, related to the client background, related to the non-functional requirement. Okay. Cost estimation, the timeline, and send this document to the client. Client will read this document, update this document if anything, add-ons from the client side, and send it back to you. आपके पास वो document आ जाएगा. Then again you have to revamp or version upgradation of this document and again send it to the client. और इसी तरीके से मीटिंग चलती रहती है. इतनी बात समझ में आई, हाउ रिक्वायरमेंट गैदरिंग टेक प्लेस?
Yep.
Yes.
ठीक है। अब यहाँ पे ये समझ में आ गया। वी नो दैट कि क्लाइंट वांट लॉगिन, ऐड टू कार्ट, प्रोडक्ट लिस्टिंग, पेमेंट गेटवे, ट्रैकिंग, ये अब सारे की सारी चीज़ आ गई। नाउ मूविंग फॉरवर्ड टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट दैट इज नोन एज द रिक्वायरमेंट एलिसिटेशन। अब as I told you that कि requirement elicitation, that means to say that collecting the right information or collecting the right requirement from the client and stakeholder so that the project teams knows exactly what to build. अभी तक टिल नाउ हमें ये पता है, लगा है कि क्लाइंट को चाहिए क्या, व्हाट क्लाइंट नीड, बट एग्जैक्टली क्या बनाना है वो हम लोग कैसे परफॉर्म करेंगे विद द हेल्प ऑफ रिक्वायरमेंट एलिसिटेशन टेक्निक। समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? अंडरस्टूड और नॉट?
Yep.
Yes.
ठीक है। So these kinds of things we can discuss. So in the next class, we are going to discuss about requirement elicitation techniques, because there are number of requirement elicitation techniques, and in every techniques there is a main points के only if the situation is happen then you can use this requirement elicitation technique only. हर किसी पे नहीं लगानी है, ज़रूरी भी नहीं है। ठीक है, इतना समझ में, आई होप दैट एनी क्वेश्चन एज ऑफ नाउ? किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन अभी तक?
Nope.
No.
No.
क्रिस्टल क्लियर रिक्वायरमेंट गैदरिंग?
Yep.
ठीक है, यहीं से ही यू विल गेट द
Akash,
सिनेरियो बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस।
I have one question.
यस।
Like you said, we will be sharing request for a proposal document and we'll revamp and we'll reshare. So after that, we'll receive the requirement and then we'll work on elicitation part. Is it?
देखो, एलिसिटेशन पार्ट इज टोटली डिफरेंट, डिपेंड अपॉन द रिक्वायरमेंट। इफ यू एज ए बिजनेस एनालिस्ट नॉट एबल टू गेट द प्रॉपर रिक्वायरमेंट कि मुझे बनाना क्या है, देन ओनली यू विल गो फॉर द रिक्वायरमेंट एलिसिटेशन टेक्निक, अदरवाइज कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है, नीड नहीं है। लेट सपोज लॉगिन पेज है ना, सो अगर लॉगिन पेज वहाँ पे है तो यू नो दैट कि इन द लॉगिन पेज वहाँ पे दो फील्ड होंगी, देर विल बी द टू इनपुट फील्ड, यू ऑलरेडी नो दैट, तो देर इज नो रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ रिक्वायरमेंट एलिसिटेशन टेक्निक, ज़रूरत ही नहीं है।
Okay. And budget part, जैसा आपने बोला कि budget part also we need to ask budget and timeline. So, I mean, we will know what budget we have or we need to extract from the clients only.
First of all, you have to extract from the client side कि if there is a budget constraint from your side, अगर budget constraint होगा then you will propose a different solution in front of client, like फिर आप either you will go to the CMS part, because CMS, the content management system, is already have a predefined templates are there, the developer is just take that template and थोड़ा सा उसको modify करेगा and the project will ready. So that is depend upon the client. If there is not any budget constraint, then you will move towards the custom coding.
Okay. And budget भी BA prepare करता है?
वैसे तो according to the standard, BM, business manager, will take care about the budget, but sometimes in the interviewer will basically ask a question कि you know about the cost estimation or budget estimation, so we have to know how to calculate the budget on the behalf of uh, hourly rate of the internal stakeholders.
Okay. Thank you.
ठीक है,
Thank you, Akash. Thank you so much.
ओके, ठीक है।
Thank you, Akash.
Okay guys, thank you everyone, have a great evening.
Thank you, sir. Good day.